Well, I made a career change just recently and decided to open the avenues to a technology-related position. And I decided to submit an application for a customer service support job or tech support job with Morgan Stanley. And the interview process, it went very quickly. And within a few hours, they called back and offered me the position, which I was pretty excited about. My career previously was project management, and I had done project management in an IT field, but not specifically development or software development related, anything like that. It was more of just from a general IT perspective. And then after that, I was doing project management for a logistics company, which was completely unrelated to IT, but still within the project management field. With that job, it was a different level of responsibility within project management than it was with IT. So it was a lot more customer interaction, a lot more emotion involved because the customers were very focused on, the end results of their product or their project or their shipping and logistics details. So being in that environment where I wasn't doing anything IT related. I mean, at most, I was just using a computer. And then entirely, the company that I was working for, I noticed they weren't using their applications as efficiently as they could. They were integrated with the whole company was integrated with this particular operating system, but they were just using the very basics of it. And then the challenges with me understanding a little bit more about technology, but working in a company that wasn't using their technology as efficiently as they could. I was like, I'm obviously more technology focused. I feel like I'm at a dead end position here, even though I'm in project management, wasn't really going anywhere. I missed IT, and even though I didn't work extensively with it, I missed the opportunity to work around people that were, or just be involved in it somehow. So with that, since I had completed my training with CIAT, I was thinking I'll just jump in. I'll jump in at the bottom. That's the best place I can get the most experience to really hone in on the skills that I had learned and use them on a day-to-day basis to get that knowledge down. I decided to start at the bottom and just apply for a tech support role and landed it right away. In particular, it was the opportunity to have the option to do either online or in class. With my learning abilities, I learn best when it's a hands-on environment and when I can, interact with the teacher. If I have a spontaneous question or if I suddenly realize what he was talking about, I can have that conversation with them. And that was really what drew me to CIAT, because other programs were either fully online or I had done an opportunity with the local community college where it was an on-campus program, but they relied on a software program for the students to complete. So they'd have an in-class lecture, but then send you home to do all the IT stuff on your own at your own time, which is not what I wanted to do, because with my busy schedule of working, I'm not going to get around to it. I'm going to focus on what I need to get done, either with work or with my groceries or whatever. So I really needed that in-class opportunity. What I enjoyed most was that interaction, and especially after COVID happened and the pandemic happened, everything went remotely and went online. We still had that opportunity to have that in-class experience, even if it was in our own home, just over the remote connection. The teachers were very interactive. We were all on video, so we could see them and ask a question if we wanted, raise hands, this or that. So we still had that classroom experience and still had that ability to interact. And that really was my most favorite part, because we would, even if we did the lab process, the teacher was right there if we had a question, or fellow students if we had a question. So even if it was remote, that classroom experience was still, it was my favorite part, and I think was very valuable. Yeah, that extended even to the non-IT classes that I took, like more the general education. Like, for example, even though it was not IT related, we did different kind of labs that were more class related, but we still had the students there, if we had a question, or they would put us in breakout groups, or the teacher was available to answer the question too. So yeah, just that availability within your peers and within the teacher there, just having that available I think was really valuable. Absolutely. Even though it's very fast-paced, there's a lot of information to retain in such a short amount of time. Having the type of job that I do now, I'm able to pull on those, brain resources where I remember, oh yeah, I did this already, or oh hey, I remember how to access this. So yeah, it's a lot of work, but it does sink in, even if it just feels like it's going, way too quickly. Just as long as you can keep up with what's due and when it's due, keep up with the assignments put forth in the reading and all that. It does stick, even if it doesn't feel like it. Honestly, it's completely a numbers game. With the amount of resumes that are shooting back and forth everywhere, companies rely on software to weed out a resume from here to there. So just apply to as many as you can, even if you're not getting any responses. I was when I was looking, I was applying to, not even lying, about 50 jobs a day, and then probably once a week, because by the time you apply to 50 a day, the same ones are there the next day and the next day and the next day. So yeah, once a week, I would just apply to as many as I could. Even if I wasn't fully qualified, it was still, at least they would give me feedback if I got the chance to talk to them. But yeah, even out of those hundreds or thousands of interviews or jobs that you might even apply for, you get maybe 4 callbacks or so. You're still getting callbacks because you increase those numbers. And yeah, just keep trying. If you want to change something, maybe expand your qualifications a little bit, or even if you only worked a little bit on this one application or this one operating system, throw it in there, because at most they'll probably offer you some level of training before they throw you out on what they want you to do, which is what I'm doing right now. And you can't take it personal, because you don't know these people. You're just a name on a screen, and or a name on a resume. It's not personal at all. They're going through so many. Just the more you can increase your numbers, the more chances you'll have that you'll get a couple callbacks, or hopefully more. But yeah.